Glued their hands to the parade route. This is at 49th and 6th specifically.
We just shut down the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. If you're watching at home, apparently they keep stopping the TV every couple of minutes. I think because they don't want to show what's going on.
It has temporarily paused the parade.
Pro-Palestinian protesters disrupt the New York City Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. I'm going to share with you the latest coming out on this today. And also, yesterday, we received that breaking news that there was a vehicle explosion at the US-Canada border, and the New York police and the FBI said they believe that this was a potential attack attempt. However, new information coming out today saying officials say no signs of a potential attack attempt. I'm going to share with you the latest. However, we're also hearing to stay vigilant throughout the holiday seasons. Today is Thanksgiving, tomorrow Black Friday, and throughout the rest of the holiday season, please be aware as tensions are rising in the Middle East, circling around the Israeli-Hamas war and the involvement with the United States and also Iran and their threats against the United States as well. So I'm going to share with you the latest so you know exactly what's going on. I hope that you and your family are having a blessed holiday today with Thanksgiving. Let me know in the comments what you're thankful for, but let's go ahead and dive right in. Now, before we do me a quick favor, smash the like button if you appreciate the updates, keeping you up to speed on everything. And if you want to stay up to date, it's totally free. Why not? Hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. And if you want to support the channel, I've added a join button. You can click it, become a member, and as a result, all of these news articles will pop up in your YouTube feed, so you can click the links. But if not, no worries. I cite all my sources anyways. They are all linked in the description below. But with that being said, let's go ahead and dive right in and get you caught up on the latest.
There is heightened alert tonight with the war playing out and with the holiday approaching here in the U.S. Authorities aware there will be mass gatherings in the U.S. The FBI and Homeland Security warning that the Israel-Hamas war has, quote, created a heightened threat environment from the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in New York City to events across the country. And what the NYPD just put out tonight about the parade. Here's our senior investigative reporter, Aaron Katursky now.
Tonight, the Israel-Hamas war is bringing threats to holiday traditions here at home. A confidential assessment obtained by ABC News says the conflict is creating a heightened threat environment that's making the annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in New York an attractive target. Foreign groups have called for attacks targeting public events and large gatherings. And online, there are calls to target Jewish, Muslim, and Arab communities with simple, unsophisticated attacks that are difficult to detect in advance.
What we saw on October 7th and subsequently was a real injection of energy into a broad swath of foreign and domestic extremist actors, and that's why we are deploying our resources the way we are around the city.
After Thanksgiving, another security bulletin obtained by ABC News warns of boycotts and disruptions at shopping malls and other commercial centers on Black Friday by pro-Palestinian demonstrators who say there can be no celebration while genocide takes place.
A moment ago, David, the NYPD said despite the risky environment, there are no specific threats to the parade. It's giant character balloons for all the people coming out to watch. The city said it looks forward to hosting 3.5 million people along the route.
So please use precaution throughout these holidays, and let me know in the comments if you and your family watched the Macy's Day Parade. We did. We did not notice any protesters in the parade. However, they're saying it was taking place and that there were disruptions, but they tried to keep things rolling so that way nobody noticed. Take a look at this article that just came out a little while ago. The Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in Manhattan was disrupted by pro-Palestinian protesters Thursday who glued their hands to the asphalt in a bid to call attention to the ongoing war in Gaza. Multiple protesters jumped the barricades and attempted to block the parade on 6th Avenue near West 45th Street about 10 a.m. Some glued their hands to the asphalt. Floats, marching bands, and the parade's iconic balloons had to navigate around the protesters as cops moved in to make arrests. Activists clad with white jumpsuits, some emblazoned with the words colonialism, militarism, and ethical cleansing, poured fake red paint on one another on the roadways. Videos posted online showed. Others held a banner reading "Liberation of Palestine and the Planet." Another dozen protesters rushed to the parade route and unfurled a banner that read "Genocide then, genocide now," and chanted "Free Palestine." Cops hauled the protesters off the parade route, but police officials could not immediately say how many people were arrested. Another protest organized by the group Within Our Lifetime swelled to hundreds at Madison Square Park before marching through Manhattan, videos showed online. Protesters later marched through Midtown, stopping to chant outside of the New York Times building on 8th Avenue before heading down West 42nd Street and massing in Times Square. Mayor Eric Adams, joined by top cop Edward Cabana at a Wednesday press conference, said police have been on high alert because of the opening conflict in the Middle East. We are not going to tolerate any disruptions. We've been very keen on that, Adams told outlets at a separate event. The parade was expected to be featured with 26 floats and 32 balloons. Macy's did not immediately respond to a request for comments on the protests. And this comes as yesterday we had the breaking news about that explosion at the border, and here is an update. Sources say 2 people's lives were ended in a vehicle explosion Wednesday afternoon at Rainbow Bridge, a U.S.-Canada border crossing near Niagara Falls in western New York. Officials said 4 U.S.-Canada border crossings in the region were closed as investigators responded to the situation. 3 crossings later reopened, with Rainbow Bridge remaining closed. Multiple law enforcement sources confirmed to CBS News 2 people had passed away inside of a vehicle that exploded. A senior law enforcement official told CBS News that the nationalities of the people who passed away are not yet known. The 2 people who passed away were a married couple. The husband was driving and his wife was a passenger. U.S. law enforcement officials confirmed to CBS News on Wednesday night. The official said that the vehicle was a Bentley believed to be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. It is not yet known why the car exploded, but New York Governor Kathy Hochul said in a news conference on Wednesday that at this time there is no sign of foul play involved in this horrific explosion. The FBI Buffalo on Wednesday night said that it concluded its investigations of the incident and found no explosive materials or attempted attacks. So luckily that was not a potential attack that took place yesterday. However, please stay alert and stay aware of what's going on with your surroundings these holiday seasons, as we've received warnings from the FBI that potential attacks could be taking place here in the United States, from sleeper cells wanting to make a coordinated effort to wreak havoc on Americans' lives. And I share with you the list that we received of all the different cities that should be on high alert. And the FBI is saying that these cities should not just be looking out for physical attacks, but also attacks against our infrastructure, our waterways, our electrical grids, our airports. So please be aware, take precaution, and make preparations. Now, in addition to that, on that list, one area in particular that they said was high alert was the state of New York. And they didn't even list cities. They just simply said the entire state. There were so many potential sleeper cells that could attack that the entire state should be on the lookout. Now, we did momentarily, for a little while on social media, have a map that was released, and it was actually released by a pro-Palestinian group, letting their followers know these are areas of interest, until it was taken down. However, I managed to get a snapshot of it. I've got the latest news articles on it as well, and I shared it with you, and I told all of my subscribers, my followers here on the channel, to let those in New York that you know, share the video out so that way people can be aware of what's going on and we can all do our part to try to keep each other safe. Now, to get the latest on those videos with the lists and the maps, be sure to check out these videos right here next as I cover them in detail for you. And you guys, as more information rolls out, I'll be sure to keep you up to date here on the channel so you know exactly what's going on. But that is the latest. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you and the family have a blessed Thanksgiving, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thank you so much for joining me. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.